Chapter 11. Before. This chapter is boring and shitty and is only here so next chapter can make sense. Oh, and I realized I never mentioned Maddie's cutie mark, so I put it in here. Jazz felt odd when she began to wake. Her whole body felt weird. So unusual. What on earth is going on? She asked herself. She stopped short of the memory of what happened. Seeing that dreadful ghost that kidnapped her brother and his friends appeared before her, and then everything went black. What happened? Cautiously, she began to open her eyes. The first thing she noticed was that she was in the library in a bed. Next was her brother and his friends in pony form on the floor. She gasped at that, and then as she turned to the other side, she saw what appeared to be her parents. Everyone was asleep. She began to worry. Oh my gosh, am I? She looked down at herself and saw what she was dreading. Hooves. Beginning to panic, she looked around for some sort of mirror. She paused at the window behind her. She could see a reflection in the window vaguely. For a moment, she stared in shock, then raised her hoof to confirm it. When her hoof touched her horn, she finally shrieked. What the heck happened to me? I'm a unicorn! She screamed. At that, everyone's head started up, confused and half asleep. Maddie was the first to truly wake up enough to figure out what was wrong and stood up. Jess, calm down. It's me, your mother. You were kidnapped by the ghost we were hunting, and Danny came and rescued you. We managed to get the stone that teleported us between worlds. It brought you here. Everyone who comes here is instantly a pony. Just relax, Jazz. It's okay, she said. Jazz was beyond confused still. But if Danny came and rescued me, and then you guys know he went to the ghost zone, but we're so calm about it, then she turned to Danny. Danny, you... They know Jazz, Danny confirmed. Jack groaned, stretching a few muscles. Jazzerness. Danny cared more about you than his secret. It's good that we know now anyhow, he said. Jazz turned to Danny, beyond grateful. Oh, Danny, thank you so much. She held out a band and tackled Danny with a hug. Danny coughed for air for a few minutes while she squeezed him tight. Sam and Tucker sniggered at their struggling friend. Soon, Twilight Sparkle remained facing from bed, and Spike came in to see the display. Spike began to snigger at Danny as well, when Jazz turned and noticed him. Oh, she let go of her brother, who could finally breathe. You're welcome, Jazz, he croaked. Twilight Sparkle approached Jazz. Hi, you're Jazz, Danny's sister, right? She asked. Jazz nodded. Yes. And you are? Twilight Sparkle. Pleasure to meet you. They shook hands. Jazz looked at Spike. Oh, you're so cute. I don't believe we met either, she said. Spike went proudly. I am Spike. I'm Twilight Sparkle's baby dragon assistant, he said. Jazz smiled. I'm Jazz. Pleasure to meet you, Spike, she said. She turned back to the group. So, what did I miss exactly while I was out? A lot, Sam said, yawning. It's a long story, Tucker said. Then he shrugged. We'll tell you everything head to toe. One long story later. Jess was enraptured about the whole story. She was stunned by it all. After a moment, she shook her head. Wow, you'd think I'd be used to huge things like this with a half-ghost brother. But not this time. Hey, anyone would be freaked out to be a pony all of a sudden, Twilight Sparkle pointed out. Jess smiled softly. Sorry guys, sorry I woke you guys all up, she said. Twilight laughed. It's fine, we had to wake up soon anyhow. My friends would be here any minute. She was cut up by a bang in the door. Twilight, you home? Room Jess's foot rang. Speak of the devil, Sam said. Everyone walked down. Well, Jess tried, but had trouble walking in the new form. Danny paused, and with Tucker went over and helped support her. As soon as Twilight opened the door, she saw her friends all there. Pinky wasted no time bursting in and hopping up to Jess. Hi, Jazz. We've heard about you and now you're unconscious and now I get to finally meet you. I'm Pinkie Pie, she said, bouncing up and down. Jazz stared at her, slightly amused. Hi, Pinky. I'm Jazz. It's a pleasure, she said, holding out a hoof, which Pinky happily shook. Everybody else walked up. Rarity frowned. Oh, my dear, are you having trouble walking? She asked. Jazz shrugged. Well, a little, but I'm sure I'll learn just fine how to walk. And you're Rarity, my dear. This is Rainbow Dash. You've already met Pinky and Twilight, Flasheye, and Applejack. she introduced. Pinky was still bouncing up and down. Walking's easy, Jazz. It's just a hop and a skip and a jump. Then one foot in front of the other, then the next one after it, and you repeat the process once, twice, forever, whenever you walk, she sang. Just giggled and Jen tried stepping a hoof forward. Then another one after it. She repeated a few times, then smiled. I think I'll manage. I'll be a little awkward, but you guys were too, she said. Then he rolled his eyes. Spike coughed, getting everyone's attention. He coughed a few more times, and a letter popped out of his mouth. He opened it and read aloud. Dear every pony, I need you all to come out to every forest as soon as possible. We will depart to the ghost land as soon as possible. In case any pony is wondering, I have picked every forest to keep meat in, as it's secluded and will keep suspicion away from the rest of the pony folk for the time being. Don't be alarmed about going in. We're using magic to keep any sort of big threat away. The magic will not keep good ponies out, so you can all come right in. We'll be waiting. Take your time getting ready, however. There's be a big battle, and you must be prepared. Yours truly, Princess Celestia, Spike spoke. Twice Sparkle nodded. All right, every pony. Go ahead and run home to whatever you need, or to get whatever you need. You will be doing whatever Celestia has to do, and we need all of you. Be back here in an hour, she said. Most ponies ran off, with the exception of Fluttershy. Fluttershy walked up, looking nervous. Twilight? She asked me meekly. Yes, Fluttershy? If I come, does this mean I'll have to fight his face scary ghosts? She squeaked. Twice Sparkle smiled. We'll need you, Fluttershy. Remember you're brave with the dragon? Besides, I wasn't planning on having a fight. I was gonna ask Celestia if you could help whatever medical aids she has, she said. Fluttershy sighed. Oh, medical help. I can do that. Plus, I had to be there for my friends, she declared. Without another word, she went out the door. Twilight looked at the Fenton's and Sam and Tucker. You guys will be there, right? Duh, Sam and Tucker said in unison. May and Jack smirked. Please, miss out on finding off ghosts? That was our job, Jack said proudly, looking to his ghost cutie mark. May looked at her cutie mark, a black belt, fighting inspired. Twilight grinned. Great. Is there anything anyone needs to do? She asked. That went thought for a minute. Tucker paused. Hey, wait. The box ghost been done with for a few days now. Should we just wait to release him after the battle? He asked. Sam snickered. He can wait. Who has the necklace now again? She asked. Then he thought for a minute. Oh, I put it down next to the bed. Be right back, I'll get it, he said. He flapped his wings and flew up to the tree. Maddie, Jack, and Jess watched him in surprise. May looked to her wings. He's a Pegasus like I am. Maybe I can fly, too. She pretended to flap her wings. She slowly made the wings go faster until she could finally hover over the ground for a second. She gasped. This glowed in delight. Then he passed her on his way down, necklace around his neck, and he began to clap as he came back to the ground. Maddie came back down as well. Jess raised an eyebrow. Okay, Pegasus I can fly. What can unicorns do? Poke ponies' eyes out? She asked. Twilight snorted. Nope, they can do stuff like this, she said. Her home glowing and used her magic to pull multiple books off this bookshelf, placing the book before Jess and placing the rest back. Jess was momentarily shocked by the magic, then looked at the book, titled Magic Spells for Beginner Unicorns. Unicorn ponies have the ability to use magic. I'm a personal student of Princess Celestia. Magic is my special talent. Usually unicorn ponies possess some magic for whatever their special talent may be. Neither father nor daughter wasted any time person opened the book, excited by this potential to use magic. As Silverjack filled up her backpack, Apple Bloom was pacing by her older sister's hooves. So, you're gonna do this ghost place thing with your new friends? Especially Danny. You're gonna help fight off ghosts and stuff? She was asking, overly excited. Applejack grunted. I may be fighting. I may be doing something else. Depends what orders I'm given. I'll be back home soon, she said. Right as she stepped on the pack, Apple Bloom hopefully blocked her path. Can I come? My special talent's ghost hunting, she asked. Applejack groaned. Not this. No way, no how. It's far too dangerous for little fizz like yourself. You and your friends stay here. But Applejack, don't you butt Applejack me. It's too dangerous. You're not coming, and that's final, Applejack said firmly, staring down her sister. You stay here. I don't want you coming anywhere near where we're going. I'll see you later, she said, closing the door behind her before Applebloom could protest further. Applebloom let out an annoyed cry, then paused. She watched her sister out the window for a while, then, making sure no one was looking, snuck out of the house. Rarity, Sweetie Belle, for the last time, darling, you shall not come, Rarity said seriously, pegging her own bag. Sweetie Belle looked distressed. But, no buts. You'll stay here. I will be back in a few hours. You're free to go and play with your friends, but you cannot come to the ghost zone. Who knows what could happen to you, Rarity said. Sweetie Belle rolled her eyes. Like what? You're going too. Who knows what could happen to you, she asked. Rarity sighed, exasperated. Trust me, sweetheart. I'm making you stay for a reason. I care about you, and I can't have you in danger. I'm sure Applebloom is disappointed right now, too. Why don't you go get Skill and go hang out in your clubhouse? She suggested. Sweetie Belle groaned, but nodded. Rarity smiled, finishing packing. That's a good girl. I'll be sure to take you to get you some sort of treat from Sugar Corn later, alright? Fine. But Rarity? Don't you think the blue hands-on head necklace is a bit off for ghost hunting? She asked. Rarity paused. She laughed. Oh, darling, just because one is going to play such a ghost song doesn't mean they can't go in style. Ta-ta, she said, shutting the door behind her. Seba groaned, but then heard a knocking at the back window. She tried over and saw Skulu and Applebloom waiting outside the window. She opened it, and both of her friends came in. Sweetie Belle, come on, let's follow the adults. Are we really going to sit around and not take this possibility to crusade for cutie marks? Skulu said. Sweetie Belle shook her head. Nope. We'll have to be quiet, though. Princess Celestia herself has an army. How are we going to sneak past them? Evelyn asked. Skulu smiled. Same way as last time. Stay behind objects like spies. Though we'll have to see where they're going, she said. Siva looked out the window and saw all the ponies walking past the building. Well, them and 3 other strange ponies they hadn't met yet. Pink Unicorn, the 3 of them, using match to hold a book she was reading in front of her. Come on, let's follow him, Evelyn said. The 3 snuck out the house, then walked behind buildings in the direction they were all going. Eventually, they paused when they saw the true direction where they were going. The Everfree Forest. Not that fact stopped them. They were determined to keep going. They tiptoed behind trees on the side of the path the ones they were following were going. They struggled to not gasp at all when they spotted a large group of Pegasus, Unicorn, and other ponies in armor. Even more shocking, in front of them was Princess Celestia and Princess Angel together. Sakura also by their side. Every pony stopped to bow before the princesses, who bowed back. Danny, Sam, Tucker, Danny's parents and sister, I would like to introduce you to my sister and co-ruler, Luna, who will be helping us today with the battle, and Sakura, who will be the head of medical aid due to her knowledge of plants and cures. She's brought along multiple herbs. It's a pleasure, Danny said, shaking hands with Luna and Sakura, as well as his friends and family. Sakura looked at Danny, fascinated. Your Majesty, this is the half-ghost Pegasus you have been telling us about? She asked. Danny cautiously looked to the army behind them, and Luna spoke up. You don't need to worry, Daniel Fenton. They're under oath in this army. My sister and I carefully picked out who will be coming. You have our word. Danny, although still reluctant, transformed. The girl was beyond interested. Have a coat, have a ghost. I must ask you questions later. I've never seen anything like this, and that is saying much, she said. Danny blushed and smiled. Twilight Sparkle spoke up. Princess Celestia, I was going to ask if Flasha could help with medical aid. Maybe help Sakura, she said. Celestia smiled. But of course, she said. Sakura nodded. Flasha sighed in relief. Excuse me, Your Majesty? Minnie cut in. I remember when we went back to our world to find that note for Jazz. My husband and I went back to the human for a moment, but you didn't. What was that? A simple spell. Very easy to perform. I'm going to use it again on the army. Myself, my sister, Sakura, Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, Fluttershy, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Rainbow Dash. Wait a second. Would it be possible to do that? To do that, to turn us back into humans in this world? Tucker asked. Celeste nodded. Yes, but I catch you like this for a reason. You couldn't go on into Equestria without attracting attention. It won't matter so much in the ghost zone, where all sorts of ghosts and oddities reside. Oh, every pony mumbled. Then he gave the next Celestia. Well, are we gonna go? Rainbow Dash asked impatiently. Of course. My army already knows which sex will go where, but for you all, Danny, Sam, Tucker, Rainbow Dash, Birdie, Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, and Applejack, you shall come with me. We will scout for Lady Prophetess. Maddie, Jack, you'll stay with my sister and help her tell the army what to do, since you're ghost experts, Celestia said. Everyone muttered agreement. Celeste looked to Jess. Oh, and Jasmine. Pleasure to meet you, by the way. I want you to work with the current Fluttershy, if that's alright with you. Jess smiled. Of course, she said. The CMC watching were still silent. It was then that Sweetbell's nose began to twitch. Her eyes went wide with horror and covered it with her hooves, desperately hoping to not do what she thought was going to happen. The other custodians looked at her with alarm. Finally, Sweetbell could not hold it in any longer and sneezed loudly. Every point looked over to see three little fillies, faces red, hiding in the bush. They peeked their heads out sheepishly. Hi? Bloom squeaked.
Uh-oh, they have been caught. Naughty, naughty fillies. What will happen next?